is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right back. I'll tell you about the time I lost my job over a cat. Hey!
Hey, what's up? I hope you guys weren't expecting me to look presentable in a video. God forbid. Today I'm going to tell you, oh man, I've been waiting a long time to tell this. I got fired from my job that I had been working at for about 4 years. First of all, let's rewind a little bit. Okay, let's rewind. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a backstory, okay? So I'm fresh out of high school. Okay, 18 years old. Super anxious person. I have such bad anxiety, you guys. And you think I'm just saying that, but I'm really not. I have really bad anxiety, okay? And so when I was younger, I was like, I'm never going to be able to have a job. I'm never going to be able to have a job because I'm too nervous. Like, I can't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I never thought I would have the ability to have a job because that is how nervous of a person, I'm a nervous wreck of a person that I am. And my grandma, aka Mama, the White Medea, had this friend that she'd been friends with for years upon years. Like, I remember being around this woman as a toddler, okay? She just so happened to open up her own restaurant, and she needed a busboy or bus girl, I guess, which would be my case. Hold on, let me stop messing with my hair because I have this is a nervous habit, okay? So she needed somebody to clean the tables, and I was like, okay, that doesn't sound too bad. I don't have to like speak to people, right? I start this job, and you know, slowly but surely I start coming around, I start talking more, I get more out of my shell, and this job really helped me out because it was somebody I knew. I wasn't as nervous, but I was kind of nervous, you know. Fast forward, within a year I start waiting tables, and waiting tables is like, it's gonna sound so stupid, but it's like a passion almost. Like, I love meeting new people. I just like being a waitress, you know. And so I was at this job for about 4 years, always on time, never late, put up with all kinds of bullshit. And as the years went on, it started to get progressively worse. I actually met my boyfriend at this job. He ran the cash register at the time. And before me and him started dating, they kind of like picked a week to like pick on a certain person. Like this week it would be Sabrina. They would pick on Sabrina. The next week they would get pissed off at Jonathan, and they would, you know, go off on Jonathan. These are all fake names, by the way, because I'm not trying to get sued by these psychopaths. But when me and my boyfriend started dating, it's like all the attention was like on us, and like we had a huge red target on our backs. And so every day I would just get cussed out. I would get ridiculed. My boss's husband, who was like the co-boss, is that a word, co-boss, sexual harassment, first of all. I definitely could have sued his ass. I'm talking, my dad wanted to go up there and fight him because we didn't have a dress code, and I used to wear shorts all the time, but because me and my boyfriend started dating who worked there, it was a problem all of a sudden. And the other girl that I worked with wore like Hollister shorts, like booty shorts, you know what I'm saying? Well, I come in one day with like gym shorts on, like workout shorts, like running shorts, like fingertip length. I wore these same shorts to high school, and I didn't get dress coded. And y'all know how freaking strict dress codes are in high school. So if it was fine in high school, it should have been fine to work in, you know what I'm saying? Not to mention, this place's air conditioning broke every summer, and it would be like 90 degrees inside, and we'd have to run around and work and wait tables in it. You know what I'm saying? So obviously I didn't want to wear blue jeans, you know? And so I come in my gym shorts, and the husband is like, oh, you look like a effing slut, nobody wants to look at that, you're disgusting, and all this other stuff. And he made me leave and made me go home and made the other women short a waitress that day because he wanted to be a dick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my dad was not pleased about that, but he would say stuff like that to me all the time. I was called fat. I was just, you know, just ridiculed every day. My boyfriend ended up quitting because they pissed him off so bad, and was just so disrespectful daily. He got sick of it and left, and like it was just something all the time, you know what I'm saying? Whereas the other girls would be doing the same things or wearing the same things, and I would be the only one that would be singled out and get in trouble. So then it was even more hell on me, And the question I get asked most is like, why did you stay that long? Like, why did you stay 4 years if they were such bad people? And the answer is because they were a family friend. I have anxiety, so working anywhere else was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to go anywhere else because I was too scared to. And then the other thing was, it was an easy job. Like, it was the easiest job you could think of. Like, we weren't busy throughout the day. We made like $40 maybe in tips. And we basically just got to not do anything. You know, it was the easiest job of all time. And I was trying to milk that for as long as I possibly could. Whoa. That's the backstory. Negative environment. I was miserable every day. Came home crying. It was bad. So one day in mid-June, a cat has had kittens beside the building, okay? And it was an ugly cat. It had sores on it. It was gross. I'll give her that. Well, the cat was hanging around in front of the door, like just hanging around, like wasn't trying to come in, was just there. And my boss lady was just like not having it. And mind you, these people hate cats. They hate all animals. They think that anybody with an animal is nasty and that they stink and they're gross and animals are stupid and all this other, you know, just terrible people. Like, who hates animals? They would brag about shooting cats with collars on and that being extra points if he shot a cat that had a collar. Like, just would brag about killing people's pets. Like, that's the type of people these people were. And y'all know how I am about animals. You already know that I'm cuckoo. My boss lady goes out there and starts kicking around the cat, trying to get it to shoo away. And I'm already boiling on the inside, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, leave the cat alone. Just leave it alone, you know? If you want it gone, call animal control. They will move the cat. She wouldn't do that. Kept going out there, kept just torturing the cat, and the whole time the girl I work with is like hyping me up, like, we need to call the law, like, this isn't cool. Like, I thought she was on my side, you know what I'm saying? And this girl was my best friend, but that's another story time in itself, so we'll just leave that alone. But she's too coward. She's too much of a coward to say anything herself. And so my boss comes in for like the 4th time, comes back in the restaurant from torturing this cat, grabs a small box. Hold on, I'm gonna try and find a box that I can show you somewhat of how small it was. Okay, this is as close as I can find, and this is actually a box from that restaurant, funny enough. So this probably was the exact box that she put this cat in. But she goes outside, picks up this cat, and I'm surprised she touched it after she was bitching about how nasty and disgusting it was. Shoved it in a box this big. A huge fat mama cat. Like, you see how big this box is. It couldn't stand up. She closes the box. Like, you know how they like do the thing where they can close it. Okay, that's enough with the box. Cat couldn't get out. There's no air holes, nothing. And then she's attempting to throw this box with this mother cat that has kittens that she's nursing. Tries to throw this box with the cat inside on the back of a customer's truck. What? So I'm losing it on the inside, but I'm keeping my cool because I'm like, I'm not trying to, you know, cross this psycho. So I wait for her to like come back inside, and like I like sneak out. I get the box off, you know, just grab the box, and I walk it down the street to my friend's house that we knew, who's also a family friend, and I let the cat out there. I come back around the back of the restaurant, throw the box in the dumpster, come in the back door hoping nobody was the wiser, you know. Boy, was I wrong. I came in, I get cussed out. She's calling me stupid. I ruined her prank. She's gonna go get the cat and lock it in my car and let it scratch my car to pieces. She was gonna scratch my car to pieces. I was nasty. I disrespected her and all this other stuff, and I'm just standing there listening to her like, you're freaking crazy, you know what I'm saying? The customers are hearing her cussing me out. My best friend runs and hides in the bathroom. All I say to this woman is her name. I'm not gonna argue with you. You shouldn't have been torturing that cat. I'm gonna go back to work now. That's literally all I said, and I didn't even yell. And then she goes, ugh, and just storms out the back door, and we don't see her for the rest of the day. So I just go back to doing my job, and everybody else is like, wow, that was pretty freaking crazy, you know? And so the day's going by normal. Her husband comes in, we're laughing, we chit-chat, you know, I serve them. So I just think it's, you know, she's just had a meltdown and it's all over with. You know, I'm thinking everything's good. End of the day comes, and she comes up to me and she hands me a wad of money. And I'm like, what is this? And she was like, that's your pay for the week. Get the F out. You're done. Mind you, my best friend is like right beside me while she's saying this. Still a silent, saying nothing. I'm just like, all I said was, are you serious? And she was like, yeah, get out. And then she walks away and goes into the stockroom to fiddle because she's also a coward, doesn't want to face me. So I'm just laughing because I'm like, I cannot believe I just got fired over a cat from a job I've been at for 4 years. Always on time every day. The only one on time every day. And I'm fired over a cat. I'm walking back towards the stockroom because that's where the back door is where we leave. I just turn around and I'm like, you're gonna regret this later. And she took that as a threat apparently, and all I meant was like, you're gonna miss me as a hard worker. I'm the only one that does anything around here. I'm the only one that cleaned the bathrooms. I'm the only one that swept worth of crap. The only one that mopped. The only one that like, I had to scrub the walls of this place, okay? But to them I was lazy, which makes no sense just because I dated the guy that worked there. And so I walk out the door to leave and she pokes her head out and goes, "You little bitch!" As loud as she can, and this is like a small town. Like, those of you that know where I worked, I'm not going to mention the name, you know how small of a town this town is where this restaurant was. No stoplights, one stop sign type of town. And so everybody hears her scream at me and call me this. And then she slams the door shut behind her, so I can't even go back. And, you know, I wouldn't have went back, but, you know, another coward move by a coward. So I get in my car, and the first thing I do is I call my grandma. And I'm just, like, immediately bawling because I'm like, what am I going to do now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've got bills to pay. I got mouths to feed. What am I supposed to do? I just got fired over a cat. So she's pissed, obviously, and reminding you here that these two people were at one point best friends. And she just fired her best friend's granddaughter over a cat that she was rescuing from her psycho ass, okay? And so she's pissed to call my boyfriend. He's like, don't even worry about it, you're good. He was so sweet the whole time. Like, the morning I woke up after losing my job, he had a $20 bill on the counter with a note and said, go get yourself a mocha and lay out in the sun. Have a good day. You know what I'm saying? Like, just awesome. And so I cried about it, and I was just so, like, you know, because I was like, I'm going to have to find another job. But I did, and I'm super happy where I'm at now. It is like, I'm so glad. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had panic attacks the first couple of weeks because anxiety, you know. I still had anxiety attacks over having to change scenery, and just, I don't like change whatsoever. But I couldn't be happier now, and like, it all happened for a reason, and like, now I get to say that I was fired over a cat. You know, like, who gets to say that? Like, that's such a me thing. Like, that's just typical Brittany, getting in trouble for saving animals. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to try and have new videos out once a week at least. So yeah, and if you have any pointers on how I can make my videos better, I'd be glad to hear them, as long as it's constructive criticism. Hell, I don't even care if it's deconstructive criticism. Just leave a comment. So you guys have a good day, alright? I'm gonna go drink some beer, okay? So, deuces.